Hi, welcome to Learn New channel. So this is Krishna. Today we are going to discuss about the project explanation and how to make a project content. So if you are working on any other technologies, or if you know some knowledge about the sales, or pharma, some marketing, and different content. So based on that content, how to make a project for your particular Power BI resume. So I'll show you what I kept in my resume, one of the project. So if you can see, this is the service metrics. So the project name is called service metrics, and if you can see this description. So what so if you are going to put any content in the resume, so that it will be clear to the recruiter. I mean, not recruiter, who is doing interviewer basically. So they are seeing by the description, they would be able to understand. Otherwise, if they don't want to read all this in that particular content in the particular project in the resume. So they'll ask you, so can you please help me to understand about your project, and what is your current project, and where are strong into your project, what is your roles and responsibilities into your project. That where they'll ask you. So here in this particular session, so if you can see, so just give the project name, and then duration of the project, so when you are working, and if is there any role for the particular project. I mean, if you want to give your company designation, that is also fine. And the company name, so instead of company name, you can put it as a client if you have any client name and all. So that is you need to mention here in this project. So description, so service metrics in a sense. So basically, I'll simply tell you this service metrics. So whenever they're asking you to explain your project, first of all, what we have to do, we have to give 2 lines information about your company basically. Sorry, your client basically. Suppose your client is related to pharma. So taking an example of there are topmost companies, GSK or some other pharma companies, right? So Pfizer. So for taking an example of Pfizer, so you have to give your description, 2 lines description about 2 or 3 line description about your company Pfizer. Taking an example. So Pfizer is an international. It is an international pharmaceutical company which produce different kind of healthcare products, and which is started in so and so year, and which is headquarters in so and so, and which is operating throughout the global. So that's where you have to give your client introduction for 3 lines, and then you started. I mean, this is all about how to create a content for your project basically. So then give 2 to 3 lines for your client, and then you started working. So after completing of that client, so what you have to do, in GSK we will be having different portfolios or different groups or different domains. So where I am working on particular one of the projects, so I mean, if you are a team member or team lead or something else, so just specify that. And so my role is just to get the requirement from. So this is how the products are there. So will be deliverables, receivables, and inventory. All this information you have to put what you are doing in brief basically. That's where you can put your description on the project content. So that is how you have to follow. So what you have to put description, 2 to 3 lines of your client, most important information about your client, and then what you have to do, what you are working and what portfolio or what group you are working, and what is your role in that particular project, and what is your capabilities and capabilities. You can say these all information. If you can see here in my service metrics, what I did, so it is a Microsoft, actually it is this project is from Microsoft, and I just gave 1 line about Microsoft information. so which is having different portfolios. So this is one of the client for our company, and no, basically they won't ask you for the client and company and all, but they just simply. And then so this project, this is user to analyze what is the purpose of that project basically. So after giving information, two lines of your client, and then it will you have to provide information about the project. I mean, what does project basically, how the project is useful. So I give this particular service metrics project useful, how it is useful, like it is like the total number of incidents. So the service metrics instance, in Microsoft, different portfolios are different, different products are there. So like Office 365, Windows, Power is also work product, and Azure, all the products are there. So obviously the product is there, then we do have support also, right? So for that also support, if you face any issues with respect to this particular product, what you are doing, you are contacting customer care, and they're creating ticket behalf of you. So and the other person from Microsoft, they will give you a support. So for that there is a incident. So whatever the incident, so all the incidents, so all the incidents are there. So what they're doing, all the instance, all the data will be storing at the backend. So we are taking all the data from backend, and we are connecting Power BI, and we are showcasing. So and also support wise, there are lot many people and managers are working at the backend. So we have to take their data also, and we are seeing that how many people are working and how many incidents daily, what is the priority, what is the importance, and is the issue still alive, or is resolved, or what is the status of that. So all this information what we are doing, we are making a one metrics dashboard. So that metric dashboard for each product wise. So Office 365 one metric report, and Power BI support one metric report, Azure support one metric, like that. So this is how basically how this project will does. And so what you have to do, you have to mention your 2 to 3 lines of your client details, and that what does project will do basically, what exactly does project. So that information you give. So after that, that is basically the content of. So you can easily create the content based on your. Everyone knows this sales data, pharma company, these all are known things basically. If you are working any of your existing projects, or .NET project, Java project, you can take that project. If you already have business understanding, domain knowledge, you can take that project, and you can try to convert that into Power BI basically. Take that project, and as I'm saying, that you can give 2 lines of client information, and then what project. Suppose you are working on some Java.NET front-end application, that is a APS RTC. So I'm taking an example of APS RTC website basically. So that what you have to do, okay. So the APS RTC is a client, suppose an example. RTS RTC is a client, suppose an example. So RTC. So what you have to do, so give information. RTC is a road transport corporation from so state, and which is having a huge number of tickets will be booking every day. So which is a major important thing, and so that's where you give 2 lines, 3 lines about that, and what does RTC basically will do. So you can demonstrate that. So RTC is a project where users able to log in, and they try to book themselves, and they'll book the tickets. Once they book the tickets, they used to get the email, they used to fill details, and they used to get email or message. So if they want to cancel, they can go and cancel this. Like, apart from the ticketing, there are also option to book hotels and all. So that's where, and lot many buses and lot many things are happening. This is how overall you can simply explain about your project. That's where you can just so RTC is not here, and pharma is also not here. I just explain how to create a content for your project. That's where I'm explaining here. So I think hope you understand how to create a content for your project. So you can keep here some pharma project, and you can choose any one of the client, and you can give client information. So